Hello, everybody. I'm JD,
And I'm Gail.
and welcome back to the Sneaky Bastards. Thanks for sticking with us. Well, how you been, Gail?
Doing pretty good for today.
Yeah,
Stayed busy early, the busy morning, mowed the lawn before it got hot.
yeah. I got some work done this morning too. Wanted to get it over with before it gets super hot here in Central Florida. Welcome again, everybody. We're going to do a couple of quick stories here. It is the 14th of August, 2024, and we're just kind of keeping a diary of what happens in the world here, and we'll be doing more and more shows, and we're glad you're with us. And what do you got going today, Gail? Any interesting stories out there?
Um, well, they're trying to do a scaremonger thing about the Hurricane Ernesto that's going to hit Puerto Rico. But it looks like it's gonna take and do one of these things and go off right out in the middle of the Atlantic. So it's not going to be any problem for Florida. So we don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Stock market's bouncing up because they said that inflation didn't go up as much as they said it was going to go up. So they're
Yeah, I think it actually dropped just a part of a percentage, but it's still high inflation.
yes,
And we know what inflation is. That's when government steals your money. You just don't know it. It takes more of your currency to buy something, and that's what inflation is. And 3%, that's how much they take every year from you. Every year, if you had a savings account, the inflation is taking 3% of that money.
right.
Yeah. So they're saying it's getting better, and Kamala could make it a lot better, but it's their policies that
A really
help
good.
us. Was that?
I saw a really good joke on Facebook.
Ah,
Because Trump said he's going to do away with the tax on tips,
yeah.
and Kamala said, "I will do away with tax on tips if elected." And the next thing has a little girl there going, "Well, you're the vice president. Why don't you do it right now if you really care?"
Which brings up the question. She's the vice president. She hangs around Joe Biden all the time. And was she really hiding the mental capacity loss there? And was she part of this? I mean, what do you call it? Coup?
Yeah.
To replace Joe Biden. I really kind of feel bad for Joe Biden. And I would say that I'm pretty sure Kamala is Biden's revenge.
Yes.
Because I'm sure the folks in the DNC, the big people like Obama and them and Pelosi, I'm sure they didn't want Kamala in there. She was her ratings was as bad as Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what I got on my side here is, you remember a year ago, you know what June is, you know what month June is. I guess they call it Pride Month,
Yeah, and don't forget you got Juneteenth.
and yeah, that's too. But in June, just last year, there was a big uproar about some of the stores that were really getting into the transgender and the DEI and being inclusive. And Target actually got hit pretty bad when people started boycotting them because of what they did during Pride Month. But if you notice this year, you really didn't hear much about that. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of companies that are doing away with the DEI portion of their company, where it's like they're playing make believe. That's what DEI is. It's make believe, and a lot of companies right now are changing. I remember Tractor Supply; they were pushing DEI pretty hard. Yeah. So the story right now is the companies are going back to their main objective, and the main objective to run a company is to make a profit.
Oh
And
my gosh, what a concept!
and the second part is to make sure that your employees have a job. I mean, that's the whole idea of a business, is to make a profit and to make sure your employees have a good job. And when you do anything else besides that,
For a return,
it's dangerous. What was that?
and give the investor a return.
Exactly.
It's
And
capitalism.
yeah, and if you run a good company, you'll get more investors, you'll grow, you'll do better for not only the owners, but also the employees. Again, you have to have the employees to have the company. And a
Right.
lot of, but the idea of just bringing DEI in and just hiring somebody because they look the part doesn't make it in the real world. Most humans by the age, I think, of 12, they stop playing make believe. The real world now is something physically they can see. And working for a living is just part of it, because life is nothing but movement. You got to move. So the idea of a company doing social justice won't really do it.
All
The
right.
best social justice you can do is to make a better product and make it cheaper. Right?
Well, Harley Davidson tried that.
Yeah, and they're just now getting out of it.
Oh, it's so bad. The sales are off so much, and even the used Harleys aren't selling. They're
And
moving the factory out of Wisconsin and going to Thailand.
and not only that, a lot of the biker clubs are pissed off because they're the ones who stood behind Harley Davidson in the bad times, 70s and 80s. When junk was coming out of Harley Davidson, the bikers, they kept that company going. So they're a little pissed that they're like thrown to the side. It kind of reminds you of Budweiser and who's that? Dylan McVaney.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens when you forget about your customers and
Your customer base
and your goal is to make a profit, not to
your
be
customer base. Your
social
customer base.
justice. Yeah.
Customer base.
Well, everybody, we had a good time. We got to call this one quick again. We're just doing some quick shows to get started with, and we'll be throwing them up all the time on the channel, and the Sneakee Bastards here. And we're glad that you come aboard and give us a few minutes of your time. If you would, give us a like and then subscribe. And if you have any comments, we'd love to read your comments. Give us some ideas, maybe some stories. We'll be digging into deeper stories as we go along.
Like it and share it.
Yep. All right. Until next time, I'm JD.
And I'm Gail.
See ya.